Morning, El Camino. It's Pastor Bruce. I have intentionally not gotten involved in a lot of the conversations related to politics. I'm not going to. I'm not going to get involved in that. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing in general. But I was reading a text from Deuteronomy, which is very familiar to you. And I read it a little differently this time because I read it in the context of our kids and grandkids and school. And parents are trying to figure out, what are we going to do? How is this going to work this fall? We got dates, we've got some plans out there now. All the different districts know what they're going to do, and it's tentative, and we're going to do it for this period of time, and then we're thinking about, expanding that. It depends on the situation, right? That's what all the schools are doing. And you as a parent, grandparent, you're thinking, how in the world is this going to work educationally? How do I make sure that my kids don't end up losing ground, don't end up being shortchanged? We want our kids to have the kind of education that they need, and we don't want to lose ground on that. And I read this text from Deuteronomy chapter 6, and I kind of read it in a little different light under the circumstances. Let me read it for you. You're going to find it familiar. Here's what it says, starting in verse 4. It says, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength. These commandments that I give you today are to be on your hearts. Impress them on your children. Talk about them when you sit at home, and when you walk along the road, when you lie down, and when you get up. Tie them as symbols on your hands and bind them on your foreheads. Write them on the door frames of your houses and on your gates." How did they do it? They've been doing it a long time. The instruction's been here in Scripture. What do you do when you want your kids to get something really important? How do you impress them on your children and on your grandchildren? Well, you talk about them when you're sitting at home, when you're walking along the way, when you're lying down, when you're getting up. You make it a part of your everyday life. You make sure they're visible. You tie them on symbols on your hands, on your foreheads. It's a part of your everyday life. Education, we're grateful for our teachers, grateful for our schools, those in administration, absolutely. They've got a huge job. But guess what? It's not just their job. We can do it. We can make sure that our children get the most important pieces of life because we make it a part of everyday life. Praying for you, parents, grandparents, in this very challenging time. It'll be okay. We will continue to put Jesus up front to your children. Talk about Him. Point them to Him. See you soon, church. Bye.